The idea that nobody is truly in control of our global systems is pretty terrifying, but it might actually be the reality we are living in right now.
It definitely feels chaotic, but it is more about how systems have evolved. We used to think governments pulled all the strings, but that is just not how it works anymore.
If it is not the governments, then who or what is actually driving things? Is it just a giant machine of technology and finance running on autopilot?
In a way, yes, it is the interaction between artificial intelligence, global supply chains, and massive information networks. These systems move way faster than any single institution can manage.
That makes sense. By the time a law is passed or a policy is debated, the technology or the market has already shifted 3 times over.
Exactly. No single corporation or country can keep up with that pace of change. It creates a vacuum where traditional control just starts to evaporate.
So, if the old version of control is gone, does that mean power itself is becoming obsolete? Or does it just look different than it used to?
Power is still very much there. It has just evolved into something I call adaptive power. It is no longer just about who has the biggest military or the most land.
So, having the most resources isn't the guarantee of success it once was. What defines this new kind of power then?
The advantage now goes to whoever can anticipate change and pivot the fastest. It is about building institutions that are resilient enough to handle constant surprises.
It sounds like we are moving from a world of rigid structures to a world of constant fluid motion where you have to keep swimming just to stay still.
That is a perfect analogy. If you try to stand still or force the world back into an old mold, you are going to get overwhelmed very quickly.
I can see how that applies to businesses, but for an individual or a local community, that level of complexity feels almost impossible to navigate.
It is a huge challenge. The key takeaway I want people to grasp is that trying to regain total control is a losing battle. We have to focus on intelligent adaptation instead.
So instead of trying to stop the wave, we should be learning how to surf. But how do you teach an entire society to be that flexible?
It starts with moving away from the idea of permanent solutions. We need to accept that everything is in a state of continuous change and build our lives around that.
That requires a massive shift in mindset. Most of us crave stability and predictability, but you are saying those might be relics of the past.
Stability is being redefined. It is no longer about staying the same, it is about being stable while you move. Those who master that will shape the future.
It is a bit of a paradigm shift. We have spent centuries building walls to keep things the same, and now those walls are becoming liabilities.
Precisely, the future belongs to the agile. It is about the capacity to learn, unlearn, and relearn at a pace that matches the world around us.
It is definitely a wake up call for anyone waiting for things to go back to normal. This was a fascinating look at the new landscape of power.
It was great talking through these ideas with you. The world is changing, but there is a lot of opportunity if we are willing to adapt.